Merci Antoine.
Welcome to GIDE 2023. GIDE, the Group for International Design Education. 6 schools and guests working on the same basis since 2003. So this year it is our 20th birthday. Happy birthday, GIDE! We exist to enrich the intercultural experiences of students, educators and institutions by providing opportunities for collaboration, benchmarking and knowledge exchange. Between the Scuola Universitaria Professionale della Svizzera Italiana, SUPSI, the Universidade da Madeira, DGCAT Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art and Design from Dundee, Politecnico di Milano, the Facultezza Design from Ljubljana, and Thomas More University of Applied Sciences in Mechelen, Belgium. And pre-COVID frequently attended by Yangon University School of Design. This year, however, we made some serious additions with the presence and cooperation of Santa Reparata International School of Arts SRISA from Florence, Italy, the University of Northern Texas, FSU, the Faculty of Contemporary Arts from Beograd, Belgrade, and last but not least, UPV, the Universitat Politecnica de Valencia. And of course, I may not forget to mention we are a proud member of the new European Bars. Each year, the GIDE network organizes an international workshop week located in a European city, hosted and organized by GIDE member school. And next week, we will welcome you all in beautiful Mechelen. So welcome and get inspired. Be careful though, last year after our GIDE workshop in Radovica, Slovenia, themed Happy Global Beekeeping, 4 of our Belgian students got a bit too excited and had all 4 the same permanent tattoo in Ljubljana. If aliens were watching the Earth from space, they might well assume that cars are the planet's dominant species. Humans, they'd quickly observe, seem to exist in order to feed and groom their well-armored masters and propel them from place to place. Even our built environment is designed to protect the car at any cost, as is nicely proved by the megalomaniacal $700 million parking building by Herzog and de Meuron in Miami Beach. We are just tiny little ants moving around to serve our master car. Spencer Tunick's beautiful photographic works, installations of large numbers of nudes in the public spaces of big cities, allude to this divergence or contradiction, as his images become abstract because of the large concentration of naked people. In Amsterdam, he even filled the entire Europarking building of Q Park with 2,000 naked men and women. Spencer Tunick defies all art disciplines. The photographer transforms public spaces with temporary monuments of people, redefining and reinventing seemingly obvious locations. That image long peeved Matthew Passmore, who decided to do something about it, and in 2004 along with two friends, he created Rebar, a maverick design studio based in San Francisco's Mission District. Rebar's chief interest is the commons, the shared space in the urban community. Its best known project is Parking Day from 2005. They put a small park in a metered parker space and it lasted 2 hours, the maximum time offered on the meter. An annual tradition of turning parking spaces into actual parks was born, the urban equivalent of beating swords into plowshares. Changing parkings for cars into parkings for people. The event swept through the blogosphere and suddenly people all over the country wanted to turn parking spaces into parks. Parking Day became a vivid showcase of alternative uses for public space, traditionally used by automobiles. It was a day for citizens to become involved, take ownership of their city and change it for the better. In September 2006, Rebar announced the first official Parking Day. The concept went viral, attracting participants in Italy, Scotland, England and other countries. By Parking Day 2010, there were 850 documented parks across 30 countries and 6 continents. One of Rebar's goals for Parking Day was that people would find ways to transform the city landscape on a more permanent basis. Because that you're doing when you take part in Parking Day is raising a bunch of very interesting questions. How is urban space divided? Whose values are being expressed? And how can you, as a designer, participate in those improvements, even on a temporary basis? And Parking Day is getting a more permanent basis. The term parklet is gaining traction across the world. The term is used to address a need to redefine our urban areas at the street level, providing space for the community and recreational areas in what were once unused, underdeveloped or poorly developed urban zones. But what are parklets? Parklets are defined by the Living Streets website as small parts of residential areas reclaimed by the community for people to stop, rest and enjoy. These could be small community parks, community gardens or areas of curbside space, like unused car parking bays that would otherwise be left empty and provide limited or no value to the community. Residential parklets not only transform the look and feel of the space in roadside or urban areas, they also provide a genuinely useful solution, providing seating and rest areas, herb gardens, electric transport charging points, and so on. Parklets challenge the idea that curbside space is only for car storage. What would you do with a space 5.5 meters long by 2 meters wide in Mechelen? As cramped quarters and creative roommate configurations become the norm in an increasingly unaffordable housing market, urban dwellers look to public spaces for a spot to snack, socialize, and simply pause. With personal space at a premium, the area occupied by a parking space, just over 10 square meters, is ripe for civic experiments and unexpected interactions. Parklets are a response to high-density city living that gives pedestrians control over spaces typically reserved for cars. COVID-19 has acted as a catalyst for transforming urban spaces and introduced why parklets could be the way forward. Without doubt, the COVID-19 pandemic has completely transformed the way we live. over many months and even years. Every aspect of our lives has been impacted, including how we approach the design of our towns and cities. Most of our cities have been planned around cars, with vehicles dominating public space and huge swaths given over to parking them. In recent times, and particularly now post-COVID, many cities are keen to design the car out of the urban landscape, to develop plans to transform to a greener and more welcoming city by giving streets back to the people. Streets would become places where people meet and eat outdoors, children play, tourists wander freely while sightseeing, and to include public art. Estimates vary on just how much parking exists in the United States, for example. One study put the number of parking spaces at 800 million. It is 3 for every vehicle on the road, covering 25,000 square miles of land. Other estimates range as high as a staggering 2 billion parking spaces, or 8 parking spots for every vehicle. What this means is that towns and cities have devoted an enormous amount of precious land to parking spaces that go unused anywhere from 2/3 to 7/8 of the time. 2 billion parking spaces equals about 160,000 square kilometers. Just to compare, that is even larger than 5 times Belgium, 8 times Slovenia, or as big as Scotland and Serbia together. It is 200 times the surface of beautiful Madeira frosted in asphalt. Another powerful way to understand just how much we are giving up when we mandate excess parking is the idea of places versus non-places. Les non-lieux, as described by Marc Auger in his Non-lieu, Introduction à une anthropologie de la surmodernité. Places are destinations, anywhere a person would go out of their way to purposefully visit or spend time. They include building interiors, like residences, workplaces, schools, shopping, entertainment, and so forth, sidewalks, parks, plazas, and other public destinations. Non-places offer transportation, vital infrastructure, and to fill the space between places. They include roads, parking lots, and landscaping green space, where people are not expected to linger, if they set foot at all. Non-places do not directly add value to cities. At best, they facilitate valuable land uses. Parking lots are non-places, although perceptions of not enough parking are ubiquitous in nearly every city. In plan speak, we are overbuilt. The area of parking per car in the United States is larger than the area of housing per human. And yet, looked at another way, we are completely underbuilt. This is because all the land tied up in parking spaces could be used in far better ways. As Joni Mitchell sang back in 1970, we've paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Mitchell was right on another count too. We usually don't know what we've got till it's gone. That's the stage many communities are in now, as residents look around and see asphalt wastelands where once life had been. And therefore, your assignment during our GIDE workshop week, if you choose to accept it, and let's hope it will not self-destruct in 5 to 10 seconds, Sparklet City in the second degree. Redesign a parking space on the Zandvoortvest. We invite you to reimagine metered parking spots as new types of urban space, to design an unprivate, polyprogrammatic, multi-layered urban interior to create possible scenarios for Parklet City, a sparkling city full of parklets, elevating the joy of urban life to the second degree. The potential designs for parklets is limitless, and I'm excited to see where creative minds as you can take this. And I surely hope this workshop will help inspire your next city dressing or town regeneration project. Let's turn Mechelen into a sparkling city of next level parklets.